What's up, everybody? My name's Trey and welcome to another video. And in today's video, I'll actually be pulling back the curtain on my Amazon KDP business that I started 4 months ago, and I now have 47 different books published. And this is a mixture between no content books, low content books, medium content books, like activity books, coloring books, word search books. I tried a lot, to be completely honest with you, and these are just kind of my results. And by no means are these numbers amazing. If you go to some other channels, you'll see people making tens of thousands of dollars every single month with Amazon KDP. These are just my results from the first 4 months of me trying this brand new business and seeing if I can make any money with it, to be completely honest with you. Because I think my results will be interesting, hopefully inspiring, because I had no idea what I was doing. This is just a whole bunch of guesswork and me trying out some different things. But before we get into the video and kind of my thoughts on if it's even worth it to do Amazon KDP, if you are somebody that's new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to get notified every time I post a video. And make sure you hit the like button, as it helps my channel more than you can imagine. And it took me a long time to make this video, so I would greatly appreciate it. Now, if you don't know what Amazon KDP is, Amazon KDP is essentially Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing. And what that actually means is Amazon's allowing you to sell digital products on their platform, which they handle all the shipping, all of the customer concerns, all of the product placement, and everything like that. So for me, coming from an e-commerce background, which, if you don't know, if you've never been to my channel before, if you've never seen some of my old videos, I've been doing e-commerce for about 10 years now, which is basically just selling physical products online or on a variety of different platforms. I started on Shopify, eBay, Amazon KDP, TikTok Shops, Facebook Marketplace, Etsy, Pinterest, Poshmark. Look, if there is a social media platform or e-commerce site that allows you to sell products on it, I've most likely tried it because, well, I like making money. And because I like the freedom of you being able to make money just because you're connected to the internet. So I can work from anywhere. I can do whatever I want. As long as I have my laptop and an internet connection, I basically will always be able to make money. And I love that about e-commerce. Now, one of the things that I deeply hate about e-commerce is the fact that in most of those endeavors, you have to handle all the shipping, all the returns, all the customer service. You have to handle all of that stuff unless you're selling on an already established platform, which has its pros and cons in and of itself. But I saw a video that basically said I make $10,000 every single month selling on Amazon KDP. And if I'm being honest, it piqued my interest because, as we just said, I like making money. So when I saw that video, I was like, okay, so you're telling me I can sell digital products. And another thing, you can make a PDF, you can upload it to Amazon KDP, and you make money from somebody buying that book, in which Amazon prints off and ships it to the customer over and over and over and over and over and over and over again without having to deal with any of the shipping or anything like that. Absolutely blew my mind, and I was like, this is beautiful. I'm going to shut down all my e-commerce stores and I'm going to just make a billion books on Amazon KDP, because why not, right? Well, it's a little bit harder than that. And not the fact that like Amazon KDP is hard in any way, shape, or form. It's just time consuming, or it's very costly if you decide to outsource things to freelancers on different websites like Upwork, Fiverr, things like that. So my journey basically started off, saw a YouTube video. Somebody was like, I'll make all this money. You should try this. So I was like, okay, I tried it. I ended up getting a mentorship for Amazon KDP specifically, which was not worth the money. I'm just going to be completely honest with you. You can just get on YouTube, look up how to start an Amazon KDP business, and you're better off doing that than doing a mentorship, in my opinion, or at least with the mentor that I hired, which was $100 a month for this Discord group, was really just a whole bunch of new people talking about how they didn't know what they were doing and nobody was really helping us. We were just kind of learning it as we go, but we were paying $100 just to be in a Discord group, to be able to talk to other people who also didn't know what they were doing. I don't recommend it. But if we kind of look at the back end of my Amazon KDP business, as you can see, this is my back of house. So I made $180 over the last 4 months, and that's basically royalties is just saying how much Amazon KDP paid you for each sale of your book, and that's over 47 books. Now, majority of my sales came from the United States, but they also had, I think, 2 from the United Kingdom, which is really cool because you don't actually have to target different countries. You just post your book on Amazon, and if it sells in different countries, Amazon will take care of it, whether it be the UK, Australia, US, Canada. It takes care of everything for you. So the process of actually posting books, of selling to different countries that are in Amazon's network, super seamless, super easy, because Amazon actually takes care of all that for you. Now, this 180 is not the whole picture, unfortunately. So I also ran some Amazon ads, which this is kind of the breakdown of the ads that I ran in order to get visibility or in sales on my, I don't know, my book listings, I'm guessing, because the course that I was in basically said you have to run ads in order to get sales on your books, regardless if those ads are ran at a loss or profitable, which didn't make any sense to me at all. But mind you, I'm paying $100 a month for this mentorship, this course, this Discord community of new people, whatever. So I was like, I'm just going to follow this to a T for the next 6 to 12 months and hope for the best. And then hopefully as I kind of go, I'll learn what's working, what's not working, and I can adjust my strategy based on my results and not the Discord community that I'm in, basically. So I spent $423 and I had $336 in actual sales on my Amazon KDP ad side, which also is really weird that it doesn't show this money on the royalty side, which is like the back end side of seeing all the sales that you have on your account. You have to go to a completely different side, which is your Amazon KDP ad side, but I guess that's neither here nor there because they are different parts, but whatever. So if we are looking at those two, as you see, I was running my ads at a loss because, as I was told, you have to get visibility on your actual books, and if that means running them at a loss, then that's perfectly fine. If that makes sense to you, please leave a comment in the comment section down below. Or if you're somebody that's actually actively selling books on Amazon KDP, I would love to hear your story, because it just doesn't make any sense to me to be running your ads at a loss to make sales, because your sales are still at a loss because you're running ads. But maybe I'm just new to this and this is just what you have to go through, but whatever. So as you see, I'm running them at a loss. I have $180 in actual profit from the sales of my books organically. But then I also had some other softwares that I was paying for in order for me to actually make books on my Amazon KDP account. And this is kind of the entire breakdown of what that actually looks like. So I am paying for a handful of different softwares and AI tools to be able to put together these books, to make these books, so that I'm not outsourcing them to freelancers on different websites like Upwork and Fiverr, because they can get relatively expensive. Now, I'm not saying that you should use these softwares that I'm using and you shouldn't outsource. It really just depends on your budget, but it seems to be monumentally less expensive if you do it the AI route compared to actually like paying a freelancer to hand draw the coloring books and make the activity books for you. And I've even noticed that it seems like a lot of the listings on these different freelancer websites, I think they're just using AI tools to make the books for you and then selling the books to you at a premium because you probably don't know that these AI tools exist or you don't know how to use them. But that neither here nor there, I guess. So the first tool that I'm actually using is Midjourney, which basically helps me make all the covers for my books. If you don't know what Midjourney is, it's basically an AI image generator that produces completely copyright-free images that are one of a kind. And to be honest, they look absolutely amazing. I'll actually pull up some of the images so you can kind of see some different things that it's able to produce. But these images that you're able to make are bar none like absolutely amazing for Midjourney. Now, I haven't figured out how to use Midjourney to make me coloring book pages, however. So that's still something I'm trying to figure out. Maybe it's my prompt that's wrong. The maybe Midjourney as a whole can make beautiful images. It just can't make coloring pages or like hand drawn images to be in coloring books. Maybe that's just not the function of it. But also, if you know how to make coloring books, please leave a comment down below because I'm still trying to learn this, trying to figure it out because I really like the business model. I'm just hitting some hiccups here and there. So I'm using Midjourney basically for just the covers of my for my books to be able to upload. I also have BookBolt, which BookBolt has a number of different things like actually in their software to be able to help you put together books. They have product research tools. You can look up different keywords to be able to rank your book on. You can look up different KDP categories to see which one's going to rank best for the book that you actually made. So I use BookBolt as basically the hub to put all of my books together. So Midjourney is to make the actual cover. I then move that into BookBolt, and then I actually piece together the book depending on what book I'm actually making. When it comes to crossword puzzles, mazes, word search books, you can actually make all of those activity books directly in BookBolt, which is really nice. And I'll have some affiliate links down below. If you do want to use any of the softwares that I'm using, feel free to hit my link. You will get a small discount. It supports the channel, gets you a little bit of money off. It's a win-win situation if I do say so myself. But BookBolt is basically a have to use for me specifically because it just makes the process of putting the books together really, really easy. And then I am also using ChatGPT, and I'm using the paid version of ChatGPT. So with ChatGPT, I use it to give me a lot of ideas for what niches to actually go into. So I'm not only using ChatGPT and saying, hey, what are the best niches to make a Amazon KDP book in? Because I feel like everybody does that, but I'm basically checking that with Amazon search bar at the top. So if you're just typing coloring book, or if you're typing in word search book for kids, you can kind of see some different search results that pop up. If you are using Amazon search bar, if you're using YouTube, if you're using Google, or if you're using ChatGPT, just to give you some ideas on what books would make sense for you to actually go into. Now, I would highly recommend actually trying to make books in something that you are relatively interested in. Initially, I was just making journals and no content books that I just thought were going to sell well, that I didn't necessarily care about. Like, I'm not a huge floral person, so I was making a lot of flower journals and things like that, and I could just really care less about them, to be honest with you. Not only that, but I had no idea like about different flowers, what they were supposed to look like, so I had to transition into making books in categories that I at least had some type of knowledge about, because it just made the book making process a lot easier for me. And yes, you do have a lot of different softwares. Like I said, these are kind of the three main ones that I use to actually give me ideas and put together the books. But the process of making the book is extremely tedious. At no way, shape, or form is it hard, but it is very tedious. Believe you me. Now, the last software that I was using to make the books was Creative Fabrica. So I was basically using Creative Fabrica to give me more ideas on what the interiors of these books were supposed to look like before I went to the other softwares and tried to make them myself. So if you just click on Creative Fabrica, you can see right here, this is a Happy Christmas coloring pages for kids. What I would then do is I would download all of these coloring pages. I would take them to Midjourney. I would take them to Bookbolt. I would take them to ChatGPT. And then I would say, hey, can you make images very similar to these without actually using the ones from Creative Fabrica? I wasn't really sure if you could just take these directly and just upload these directly on your Amazon KDP account, and it would count as original content or non-copyright free content. So maybe I would try that in the next couple books that I use. I'll just move them over directly without changing anything about the picture. And hopefully my account doesn't get banned or restricted or anything like that. But I would like to see at what basically extent you have to go to in order to change the pages enough for them to still count as original content. So I guess just to recap, for my Amazon KDP business, over the last 4 months, making 47 different books, $180 in royalties paid to me, which is just from profit or organically selling books. I had $423 spent on ads, which got me $336 back in sales. And I still had Midjourney, Bookbolt, ChatGPT, and Creative Fabrica. So all in all, if you are minusing my profits with the amount of money that I spent on the softwares, I came out to a grand total of $27 in the last 4 months selling books. Which, if I'm being completely honest with you, I mean, it's not terrible. It's much lower than most of my e-commerce stores that I run, and it's much slower than most of the e-commerce stores that I run because the bookmaking process is so very tedious. But this is just another income stream that I am liking, to be honest with you. It's free money. After you have the books published, they basically sell themselves. If you do have ads running, maybe I don't exactly know what I'm doing with ads or how to run ads profitably yet, but all in all, we are in profit when it comes to the Amazon KDP business over the last 4 months. Barely any money has been made, obviously, but hopefully I can kind of scale that up, and next time I make this update video, we'll be in the hundreds of dollars, or at least that would be pretty nice, because I really do like the concept of using Amazon specifically as the main hub, using Amazon KDP as they're going to take care of all the shipping, all the customer concerns, and everything like that. And it's really just on to me to make good quality content and good quality books. And with the use of AI, it seems like it's a lot easier and a lot faster than doing it by hand or outsourcing it to a freelancer. I'm just trying my best to actually get it profitable, so that this business actually makes sense compared to, selling products on TikTok shops or Facebook Marketplace or something like that. But overall, I would say Amazon KDP is a very good business if you're looking for something to start as a beginner. If you've never done e-commerce before, if you've never made money online before, it is a very easy business to do. It is tedious. You do require a lot of time to make sure that you understand how to make the books, even with the use of AI. But I think overall it is a good business, especially if it is your first one. If it is a little side hustle that you're not wanting to put too terribly much time into and not much brain power in, as the AI tools pretty much do the majority of the work for you. But that's just my update. Like I said, I know people are doing a lot more money than the $27 that I made in the last 4 months selling books, but I think it is a good start, and hopefully it can scale up from here. But if you are somebody that's new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to get notified every time I post a video, and make sure you hit that like button. As you see, we only made $27 in the last 4 months, so I need all the likes I can get. And let me know in the comment section down below if you are somebody that runs an Amazon KDP business, if you run Amazon KDP ads. I would love to get your insight. Are my numbers good? Are these terrible? Am I on the right track? I don't know. I would love to get some feedback. Anybody who is involved in Amazon KDP would love to connect. And just like that, I will see you in the next one. Peace.